We really wanted to get a second set of eyes on it, an independent set of eyes, and that's exactly what the Extolla team done. I'm Dallas Vince, I'm the Group CEO here at Boost Logistics. We're a transport, warehousing, logistics business. It was privately owned. We have a team of nearly 1,000 across the country, providing services across transport and warehousing for nearly a couple of thousand customers. I first came across Extolla working for one of our customers and their engagement with them. I found them very professional to deal with, and so I reached out to Peter and the team not long after. We're a business that has grown significantly over the last sort of 5 years through organic and acquisition growth. And with that growth, I suppose there's a few growing pains, and we wanted to validate a couple of things. We wanted to look at our procurement strategy, how we're engaging suppliers, but also look at our modelling that we've done on pricing and costing. We wanted to make sure that through the acquisitions that we were getting the efficiencies out of those, and Pete and the team came on board pretty quickly. Yeah, I suppose the first few weeks they spent a fair bit of time understanding the issues that I'd explained to them, or our businesses explained to them. They understood that in more depth. They came back with a bit of an analysis on what they'd been hearing, tabled a few options of how to take it forward, and then met with us to take us through the various options. And then systematically went through the two streams. One was around procurement, sourcing, and the other one was around our activity-based cost modelling to make sure that we understood all the inputs fairly. And then through those two streams, they worked closely with a couple of parts of our business to extract the value. But also, what was always important to us is that we wanted to run with whatever we did. We didn't want to not front our, whether it's suppliers or internal parties, through a consultancy or through Extolla. We wanted to put the skills back into our team's hands. And because we were growing as a business too, it was important for us to put a couple of roles into the business that then learnt off the experience and the skills that Extolla brought to the table. Yeah, so again, in the two streams that we focused on, one around the procurement sourcing stream and the cost pricing elements. The first one on the procurement piece, we recognised that we needed to have some in-house skills straight away, but also through Craig and the team, they identified a number of initiatives with some real value on the table. And within weeks, we've realised that value already, which has been significant to us. It means that we don't need to take price to the market next year. In some cases, that we've taken cost out to alleviate that inflationary pressure that's so often there for us. With the activity-based costings that we really want to understand, that we're getting the efficiencies out of the network that we'd either acquired or built organically. There's a fair bit of a validation step involved where Susan and Craig from the Extolla team were able to spend a fair bit of time with us and to validate the steps that we'd taken. But they also questioned a lot of things and brought new things to the table that we hadn't questioned before, and that was really what we wanted out of it. We really wanted to get a second set of eyes on it, an independent set of eyes, and that's exactly what the Extolla team done. So that's been able to help us remodel our business with our models, but also now that they gave us some real life experiences around how to get the best with some of our real-time reporting and measuring. So not just running spreadsheets and getting Power BI doing the work for our guys, but probably tested our assumptions and our ability to measure in real time what we're actually doing, which is now live in our business. With Extolla, I'd highly recommend them to anyone wanting to have a review of their business. Pete and the team are down to earth, they're real, and what I like most about it is they're contactable. A number of times we're on Teams calls and you'd have Pete there, and I'm sure he's got a lot of things to do and he's a busy guy, but he'd always front up. He'd call me afterwards, he'd call me on the weekends and check in. I felt they really genuinely cared about our business and wanted us to see it improve. And in some cases there was work that we didn't go with them on, and that didn't seem to matter to Pete and the team. It was more around the relationship and the long term. Are we achieving their objectives and are we improving as a business?